Hey y'all, it's Auretha and I'm outside of Whole Foods and I just want to say hello from my new computer. And I am about to get my hair did. So can you tell? Okay, so this is my favorite color I've ever had, which is slightly just a little bit more bright than my own, which I just like to have a little color to my face. I'm so white that I need a little color. So I try to wear rich colors, purples and corals and hot pink and hot orange. Hot pink and orange together, which is coral, which is one of my favorite colors. And so I wanted to show you, Hillary, and I want to call her Hillary from the Keys, and it's embarrassing that I cannot remember her last name right now. I want to say Hillary Rushworth, but I think that's some famous name. But anyway, she gave me, and I'll tag her in this post, she gave me the most amazing color I've ever had. So this is, I want to say, maybe 2 months in. So I'm a little like 2 weeks past probably where I should have gotten a cut from Tiffany, but I want to show you guys my roots so you can see what a great job she did. Can you see that there's no line? I mean, you can, if you really look, you can see the growth. You see it? Hey, Wheezy, I miss you, girl. So anyway, Hillary was able to get, when you find a good colorist like Hillary, and you say, I don't want a line. I hate lines. They stress me out. I don't want to have to go to the stylist like when I'm in Spain. So I'm just so proud of her for giving me such a great color. And I got compliments on this color every day. And I'm like, I know, because it's a great color for me. See how it warms me up? So it's got some copper in it. So, so I wanted to point out to you when your hair needs a cut. Okay, so I like mine a little longer. You can see I've got some long layers, and I've cut it myself before and put layers in. You know, artists, like after a while, if you take your time, you know, you can kind of figure out how to mimic your own stylist cut if you're in a pinch. And you can kind of see, oh, thanks, Wheezy. I appreciate you. Girl, I'm in love. You know, that can make you look good. So, I like to kind of always mess my part up. So just kind of, hey, Allie, I miss you. I'm talking about color, Allie. I finally found the greatest colorist named Hillary, and she is in Florida Keys and Louisiana. So I'm talking her up, but basically I'm just about to go get a cut in color, and I just kind of want to show people what happens to your hair when you need a cut. So my hair is, Allie, I miss you too. I can't wait to see you. I'll give you a hug when I come down to St. Augustine, or we can meet online sometime. But what happens for me, okay, so I did win the genetic lottery on here. I have a lot of it. But if you don't have somebody who can cut it right, it ends up looking really clunky. So I kind of want to show you guys my layers. So what happens for me is it gets really heavy through here. Do you see that? So I need to have it thinned basically. And Tiffany in Palatka, Florida, Tiffany does such an amazing job. I will, Allie, you may want to go to Tiffany if you get a chance in Palatka. She is really good. You cannot beat her prices, let me tell you. But she is so good with curly hair especially. So you can see it's a little heavy through here. So what we don't want is we don't want our hair dragging us down. So, and this can be, so I have a longer nose. So what can be bad for people with a longer nose is to part it in the center. See if you guys can see what I'm talking about. Talking about lines. See, I work with lines on all of my clients. Okay, now start to notice, do I look uplifted or do I kind of look, if you have a long nose and you split your hair down the middle and then you pull it down like this, you're going to make your nose look longer. So do you see how that kind of, see how that's not a good look for me? And then of course I have one brow, this one, that's always too, it's a little lower than the other one. And so to me, it kind of shows, I mean, nobody is perfectly symmetrical, but to me, what works better. So watch this. So we have heavy hair that needs to be thinned out, and then we're pulling it down. which pulls down a woman's face. And that can add droopiness in your jowls if you're not doing your face exercises. And if you're from a family like mine that has jowls, German jowls, I have to do my exercises. So if you just look up face yoga, you just want to do, so do that while you're driving, you guys. Just go. And it really firms up right here. Okay, so now I'm going to shift the energy and just watch how. So when you're talking to somebody, don't you want to look at their eyes? You want the eyes are the window of the soul, don't you think? So you really want it, like, I have some green in my eyes, and I like to do, I don't have any on today, but a little bit of purple will make that green pop. So what we want to do as women, especially as we grow more mature, so we want to lift. Okay, so check out what I'm going to do to lift right now. Ready? Wait, which one am I doing? Wait, this one. See, it's backwards in this camera. So tell me, did that lift or what? Didn't it? And then we want to kind of lift right here. And we want to lift. So you see, we don't want that hair hanging right down there, okay? And we want to lift. And then what I like to do to help anti-age people is, and Patrice, I want to thank my client Patrice for getting me this cool necklace. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's this interesting stone that's got lots of cool, I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, I really like it. So what we want especially is we want our long layers in the back, and then we just really want the shorter layers coming forward on our shoulder. Isn't that pretty? Hey, Joel. I don't know how much of this will apply to you, Joel, but at least I can make you laugh, hopefully. Okay, so basically, you see, ladies, how if you have that longer piecey layers right here that are thin, and then you sweep up just in the front, you still have long, sexy hair, but it doesn't drag you down like that. You see how that's just too much? It's like, ugh. Like too much. I mean, in a fashion shoot, yeah, it'd be okay, but this is daily. We want, so what I do is I style my hair. So I take the center of my head and I go behind my ears, okay, behind my ears, and I pull this forward, and then I split the rest, and then this goes behind my shoulder, okay? And that's how I determine what, you know, when I turn my head, that's the hair that's going to be right here. And I'm going to do it on this side too. So I just take my fingernail down straight from the top of my head behind my ear like this. And then I pull that forward, and then the rest goes back. So this can all be long, guys. You don't have to lose your length, but this is what's going to be in front, and we want to shape this and get lots of lovely layers. Now, one big tip you want to do with your stylist, see how I need this to be up? So these layers are going to have to be a little longer and thinned out. But what we want to do is, I don't like to go too low below the clavicle right here. Especially as we get a little older, and then this can be really piecey, and then that keeps this light and fluffy. And then you can use, and I don't have any right now, but you want to use a root lifter right here. So you don't want to get any product on your scalp because it'll block your skin growth or the hair growth. You don't want to do that because women naturally start losing their hair starts thinning. So what we want to always do is keep stimulating our scalp and use some root lifter. You know, all you need to do is just, and then you can just blow dry behind it, just do a little bit of this, and then you have some lift. So do you guys see, like, and I do this sometimes, is I'll pull my hair back. And I love, like, when Beyonce and stuff, they do like styles like that lift, and you can just kind of have fun hair back here. So always just make sure that you're lifting. If you're a woman over 30, you're lifting. Like, check it out. Lift. So when I do a ponytail, I don't do a ponytail down like this. When I do your ponytail, up. Especially with me with a longer nose, I have to lift. And then I am always working on lifting my eyebrows, getting a good peak right here. And locally, we have a woman named a business called Browtopia. But when you go to your brow artist, you want to say, hey, help me find my peak. And you can see naturally it's right there. And then I do a little bit of white shimmery highlighter. I should have done a little bit more on this side to lift. And then I'm probably going to stop using my brow product a little bit shorter on this side because this one droops more than the other one. Hi, Suzanne. And so I hope these tips are helping you guys for knowing when you need to cut your hair. So you can see it's really getting heavy here. So this is about for me, because my hair grows rapidly, because I'm taking biotin and collagen and a lot of things to build my skin and stay young and healthy. 6 weeks is my longest I should ever go to get a haircut. Okay. And then I've got to work. And then where I really work on layering is if you go from temple to temple and then just straight back to the top of your peak of your head. So this actually for me is this hair is going to get a lot more layering right here because that's what's going to need to lift. So I really don't want too much length. Now here's the clinker, whatever, is you don't want to go any shorter. Ever. Do not ever, ever, ever let anyone cut your hair shorter than your jaw. Okay? Now, let me tell you why. When you see people do this, first of all, if they cut it to your jaw, it's going to shrink up at least a couple inches. But what it's going to do, guys, it's going to highlight this whole line, which, unless you are like 10 years old and have a perfectly tight skin, it is going to highlight. So when you see people with a bob cut, it really highlights whatever's going on here. Now you might have the perfect Keira Knightley chin. Go for it, Keira. Okay, but the rest of us, we need a soft line, soft and lifted. So we're going to work on lifting at the temple and then softly kind of fading the layers in here. And so every day, you know, I really need to get a root lifter for here to spray on my hair right here, blow dry just the top, and then I let the rest of it kind of dry. But you can do root lifter here and here to just kind of lift. And so that's really important to me with my clients. And then I'll just take a little bit of hair, like I said, from the top down past the ears. And then that is the only hair that I'm worried about getting, you know, that's what's going to be in front and that's what's going to be highlighting my face. So I can keep the back of my hair as long as I want. And I do a tapered V because I'm a hippie woman. I've got a lot of curves. I'm an hourglass. And so I like the focus to be up on the top part of my body, on my hair. And I like to have those soft waves down about to the middle of my back. And, you know, for me, I don't like my hair to be a whole lot longer than my bra strap, maybe a little bit. So those are kind of my principles of how I work with my clients as far as we age and how to lift. And, you know, my makeup today is just pretty natural. And then I always go with the color of a baby's lips. So to me, that's kind of a pinky coral. And finding that color sometimes can be a little hard. So if you want to just do a quick 15-minute session with me on video, and what you do is you stand or you do your video with natural light, like you stand in front of a window, and then we go over your colors, and then I let you know, are these good ones or not good ones. But my main thing is, you know, go ahead and do a little bit darker brow because that is going to lift the energy. So if you don't have a brow, we just, you know, this is kind of the eyeglass frame to your eyes. So really getting your brows dialed is super, super important, especially as we age. And then making sure we get plenty of moisture. Now I have more lines on my head because I'm always doing this, like perma-suppressed. And it's just an annoying quality that I have. And so I've just, you know, gotten used to the fact that I'm going to have smile lines because I'm always cracking up. And I'm always going to have lines here because I'm always like overly expressing, like Roger Marks. But that's just who I am. So I'm like, okay, but I have gotten rid of the 11s with these massaging. I massage in circles. You just go like this. And then you stop being angry all the time and critical. If you stop being angry and critical, you won't get these lines, you know? And then I have some great exercises on my YouTube channel where you pinch. And if you want to find me on YouTube, it's Auretha Life and Style Catalyst, just like on Facebook. You just pinch, 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 and then that brings circulation into those areas. Then for me, because I have so much hair, I do, and with my clients, depending on where your hair length is and how dark it is, I work with you on getting your earrings the right size and visibility for your hair. Obviously, you can tell if I don't have something bright, it's going to get lost in my hair. And so these are just some of the things that I work with my clients on, and I want to tell you why, because once I teach you these principles, you're going to know them for the rest of your life, and you'll always have the right jewelry that, you know, for summer, I'm not going to wear heavy necklaces, you guys. Forget it. I don't want something hot and heavy on my neck. So it's going to be a lot of cute little layering with, and you know, almost all of my jewelry is my friendships. This is a concept like I wish everybody would do, but all of these represent, like these two copper ones I got in Spain. So that's what I remember. And then Eugenia, my shaman goddess, she made me this amethyst one, and then the jasper one. And then Dana Wendell, who's amazing as a Reiki healer, she has charged this up with Reiki. This is like a turquoise, and it was very affordable. I think it was around $30, and it's so awesome. And then this is, I can't remember what stone this is. It should be turquoise, but I love turquoise. So I'm asking all of my girlfriends to find a color and a stone that's soft and round that won't irritate my skin. And I want them to send me each a signature color bead, a bracelet that reminds me of them, so I can kind of carry them on my heart because I love them. And you guys know artist Cheryl Mertz with Enchanted Eye created this for me, for my clients, signature ring that all my clients got with their style packages. I get stopped on the street for this ring every damn day, and I'm like, Cheryl, make more of these because I will sell them because I love them. And then this, weirdly, was my mom's. It wasn't her wedding ring, but I think she kind of wore it as a wedding ring, and that is from Spain. And I've been wearing it since I went to Spain and worked to Spain, and it just feels so comfortable. It's exactly fits my tiny little 4.25 ring size that my mom, it was my mom's, and she gave it to me. Normally I don't wear silver. It's not I'm a warm instead of a cool, but I have on, you know, some cool accents today with my white. So I have kind of some cool, but I'm keeping my makeup warm because I have to warm myself up because I'm such a white person. Even though I have a little bit of a tan, you know, I'm very fair. And I just go kind of blue, so I have to kind of balance it out with a little bit of yellow. So anyway, if you guys need some help really dialing in your jewelry and getting some tips, you know, that's why I'm here for you guys, because I've taken a long time to learn. Oh God, my whole life I've been watching my mom do her makeup, and my dad and my mom, get this, were the most stylish couple in Iowa. And my mom looked like my dad looked like Robert Redford, and still he's very handsome. And then my mom looked like Elizabeth Taylor. They used to call her Little Liz, and Little Liz had curves, and my mom was an hourglass shape, and I have that shape. I'm just a little bit bigger bone than my mom. And so I say to people, if I can style me, I can style anybody, because I have big boobs, big hips, and a small waist, and freakishly small hands and feet. I'm just a weirdo, and really small ears. But you know, when I look at someone's body, I see them for the strengths of their body and how I can style with that, instead of criticizing like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, everybody has a unique physical form that is a privilege and a pleasure for me to style and to help people find whatever it is that they need that will work with them for the rest of their life. And right now I'm back in South Carolina, which is a little bit more dressy for sure, and than Florida was. I'm kind of wearing a little Florida dress today. I just ordered this one off Amazon. It's just a simple little dress with pockets, which of course y'all are gonna love that. And you know, I'm not worried about form fitting. It goes to about my knees, and then I have some really comfortable reefs on. I want to show you my great reefs. I love them. So these are reefs, and I have really sensitive feet. And this particular brand, dirt is falling off of it, is one of my very favorites. And it's just like walking around on a pillow. And I do not, oh, sorry. Oh my God, it's not reef, it's Teva. So Teva is so much better. I do not recommend reef, you guys. Let me tell you why. Reef, they do not do good returns. You spend all this money on their shoes, and then their shoes break, and then they don't cover them. So no more reef. No. If you do not give good service, I will not buy from you, and I will not have my clients buy from you. It is all about Teva, T-E-V-A. So check it out. And these were only like 20 or 30 bucks. But if you need a good, you know, I do have black in my wardrobe. If you wear black, go ahead and get a basic black pair that's kind of invisible. These stay on my feet, so if I'm hiking around downtown, these are kind of like my athletic sandal. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I have my tall and pretty sexy shoes. So, you know what? Oh, my God. I've been telling you guys all these tips, and I forgot, to say what this whole video was about. Was I am studying my style documents, magazines. I do like Elle. They have some interesting things. But, you know, I'm looking at what I'm going to put in my newsletter, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, what do they want to know? I don't, you know, wait, okay, see, because when I look at this kind of stuff, which is fabulous, okay, it's great. It's art. It's fashion is art. But what does it give you that you need for your real life? Right? Because you're going to wear this dress with pockets, aren't you? Right? This $20 dress from Amazon that I bought, you know, that I'll find it for you and buy it for you. But, you know, how does this translate to our real life? For me, if I can find trends that uplift me and help me out and they look good with me and what I'm up to, then I'm going to dig it. Like, for example, this bag with the stripes, isn't that so cute? And that is a great summer bag. It's got that little raffia kind of, and it's a big, you know, you could do that anywhere to the beach, but that's going to look really cute. And that's something that translates into my everyday life. And then, okay, here, florals. We're going super girly, y'all. Lots of lace, even men's fashion. I mean, most clients in America are not going to wear this, but some men have some, you know, some ruffles, a little ruffly, going a little ruffly. But you know, what I want to do is help people to translate fashion into your soul style. Now, your soul style being, who are you? What is your style? Now, I have to laugh, y'all. This is Guess. And I always, every time I see a Guess ad, I'm like, oh yeah, slutty since the 80s, you know, gotta love that. I mean, who doesn't love a little slutty in their closet? I know I do. It's just, she's all popping out and her dress is too short. You know, she's got the big sexy hair. Sure, we all need a little of that, but you ain't gonna go to work like that. You know what I'm saying? And if you are going to work, then you work in a different field than I do. No judgment. Anyway, so I want to know what you guys want to know about. You know, what's helpful. Okay, let me say I love this. These links are super cute, right? Now that's super classy and great. Love that. Oh, that's a necklace. I love links though, but that's pretty sexy as a necklace, don't you think? I like it. But this is a good idea. I should just do this and get online with you guys and, you know, go, what works? So big boxy, oversized. It's definitely not bodycon right now. But anyway, I don't want to go too long in this. We can do more of this, but I need to hear from you guys. What do you want to know about? And I have a newsletter that I need to get out like soon. And I need to know what to put in my newsletter. What do you guys want to know? I don't want to bore you. I don't have time for junky emails. Let me tell you, if it is not helping me out, and if you're looking at why my hair looks like shit, you have to watch the front of the video to hear. I'm going to get it cut and colored in like an hour. And I'm waiting. Oh my God. Okay. This trend, the big clunky, they call them dad shoes, dad tennis shoes. But isn't that so funny? And I started about to die when I saw these in Spain, because I was like, why are people wearing those hideously ugly shoes? But they're blinging them up. They're blinging them out. The good news of those is that those of us with foot problems can now wear comfortable shoes with a high fashion, high couture dress. So if that's your thing, go for it. I am a little weird about tennis shoes because I don't like them to look clunky, and that's just me. So do you guys want to just tune in to this page, Auretha Life and Style Catalyst on Facebook, and write down, just say, hey, I got a question about this. Does this outfit work? Post it right to the page so I can go ahead and coach you for free. And then the benefit is other people get to learn from that. And then my newsletter, what do you guys want to get in my newsletter? And if you want to be on my newsletter, I don't know if there's a link. There's not, because I'm getting my website redone, so there's not a link for that. But if you just PM me, say, hey, I want to get your newsletter, just PM me your best email address, okay? And I do love you guys. You know that. Speaking of which, here is a fabulous haircut on, of course, one of the world's most beautiful women. So that kind of, but see how she has it behind her ear and it's on one side. See that? It's got that soft line. It's very seductive. So you don't have to have like super long hair to be seductive. You can work that. And I'll tell you if your face works for that. So anyway, you guys, I'll check and see if there's any more comments. I'm going to try and do this more often, and to thicken it before I grow it out a bit. Okay, Louise is saying, I actually just cut my hair to lift it good and to thicken it before I grow it out a bit. So think about those, root lifters, and to just kind of give it volume at the top. Okay, thicken. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. I love my hair too. Thank you, God, for giving me hair. Angela Livingston. Girl, I haven't seen you for so long. Hey, Carrie. Oh, Suzanne, that's pretty. Thank you so much. So I don't see any questions here. But anyway, you guys, so I think that you cannot go wrong with hoops. Personally, these are about as large as I like to go because I don't want to injure myself. But I'd love to help you guys with any style questions you have, but mainly in finding your best self and expressing your authenticity through your style, through your brand, in what I term soul style, which was lovingly and helpfully coined for me by my dear friend and someone I also refer, Angela Johnson, which she really helped me out in the beginning years of my business to kind of see myself differently through the giftings that I have. So anyway, they're picking up the trash that I asked them to do, so I'm not going to complain that they're making noise because I can't stand trash. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll come back on, maybe I'll come back on tomorrow with my new hairdo. And as always, just thank you to anyone who is bringing more love and beauty to the world. We're on the same team. So I love you guys, and if you need any help with feeling great about who you are, your own style, your body, just need to feel good again, that's what I'm here for, okay? Love you guys. Thanks so much. Bye. Beep.